Happy Pride, everyone. I'm Joe Dupre, president of the board of the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus. It's a pleasure to virtually be with all of you today and to celebrate Pride with you, PGMC style. As Brotherly Love just sang, for months now we've been walking through the storm of this pandemic, but as PGMC members and audiences know, we always walk together, never alone. We may not have expected this lengthy break from our regularly scheduled choral activities, but PGMC has and will continue to make the best of it, together. I'm so happy to co-host this evening's virtual For the Love of Pride event. We hope you'll enjoy a look back at some of PGMC's signature performances, as well as a sneak peek at some of what we've worked on over the last few months. But first, I'd like to reflect with you a little. This June, Pride Month has been different from the norm for many reasons. Medical professionals still advise that we wear masks at all times and limit our interactions with each other, and our customary parade and festival were canceled. But most significant of all are the protests that have blossomed in cities across the country, including Philadelphia, in response to the police murder of George Floyd, a black man from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Chants of no justice, no peace have filled the air. Peaceful protests have given way to extreme shows of force and injuries for many civilians involved. But this unrest has also caused progress. Nationally, the arrest of the officers responsible for George Floyd's death and the passing of a bill in Kentucky that bans no-knock warrants and should help prevent murders like that of Breonna Taylor at the hands of law enforcement. Locally, the removal of the Frank Rizzo statue and mural, and rescinded budget increases to the Philadelphia Police Department. Most of all, the protests have caused an overwhelming and unceasing awareness of how deeply racism is embedded in the institutions of our country. Old news for some, new considerations for others. PGMC is somewhere in between. 2 years ago, when outlining our latest strategic plan, it was evident to chorus leadership that diversity, equity, and inclusion were to be the primary driver of our work in the community, including in the recruitment of new singers, volunteers, and board members, and in the music we sing. We want PGMC to reflect the wealth of diversity that Philadelphia offers as a majority-minority city, and to do the work necessary to create a safe space for anyone to join. We adopted a DEI statement that I'd like to share with you now. The Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus recognizes that diverse communities are stronger communities. A wide range of backgrounds and experiences add to our artistic strength and leads to a greater connection to our audiences. Through a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion, we increase the success of the chorus, raise our profile, sustain our mission, and expand our outreach in Philadelphia and beyond. In the face of these protests, though, PGMC recognizes just how far we have to go in creating that culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion. In a statement released last week, we pledged our support of the Black Lives Matter movement and the peaceful protests that are leading to change in this country. PGMC is not content simply to recognize that racism is a stronghold of American institutions. We are committed to pursuing anti-racist values and action, to upholding a standard of anti-racism in our membership, board, and audiences, and to holding the Philadelphia LGBTQ+ community accountable for racism as well. Where we may have shied away from these conversations before and therefore been complicit, we pledge to speak out. This Pride Month may be different, but we are proud to think back to the Stonewall riots and to honor the Black and POC trans individuals who began the fight for LGBTQ+ equality. We are proud that their efforts have borne fruit, in particular marriage equality and, as of last week's historic Supreme Court verdict, workplace protections for all in our community. This Pride Month, we honor the beginnings of this movement, and we will continue to honor our organizational commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. PGMC, like many gay and lesbian choruses, was founded almost 40 years ago in 1981, during the onset of the HIV and AIDS epidemic. We've been through times of isolation, personally and as a community. We've survived the harshest blows of a health epidemic. We've sung for freedom, equality, and equal rights for all. And we've sung for pride. Pride in ourselves, pride in our community, pride in our voices, pride in our differences, and commitment to diversity. We are proud to be PGMC. Here's a video we were planning to share with our sibling choruses from across the country and around the world this summer, before the Gala Choruses Festival was postponed to 2021. It highlights our commitment to diversity and the work we're doing to ensure that everyone is welcome at PGMC.
PGMC is committed to reflecting the Philadelphia community in all its diversity. Our new commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion welcomes all people to become members, no matter their sexual orientation, their identity. As long as they can sing and join the chorus, we are happy to have members from all walks of life and from all backgrounds and orientations.
I am the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus.
I am
the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus.
I am the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus.
I am the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus.
Hello. I am Anastasia Zaccaro, the Vice President of the PGMC Board. I would like to take the time to thank each one of you for supporting in this exciting Pride event. As Joe said, it has been a rough few weeks, complicated by the impact of COVID-19. Since March 4th, the last time the chorus was all together and held rehearsal, we have been meeting virtually each week, supporting one another and our community. And as difficult as this has been, we have made sure that our outreach program efforts have continued. In 2014, the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus began to partner with local schools and organizations providing performances. This program has provided support to our younger audiences within a safe environment, free from the threat of harm, no matter how they self-identify. Since the program began, we have reached over 13,000 students. This is the program that inspired me to become more involved with PGMC. And that is why I tell everyone I meet, I am PGMC. And I want you to know that we consider each one of you PGMC too, and a part of our family. I am so proud to share that we are expanding our outreach program and taking it to the next level with a partnership with LaGuardia Academy located here in Philadelphia. This pilot will allow us to integrate into their curriculum along with performances. A successful outcome will then allow us and enable us to partner with other schools and organizations throughout the region. Now I will turn it over to the chair of our outreach program, Tom Wolfinger, to share a little bit more about the details. Take it away, Tom.
Thanks, Anastasia. Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm the chairperson for the outreach program for the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus. In 2014, we received a grant from the Knight Foundation for $15,000, and we created a program called When I Knew. We surveyed members of the chorus, their friends and family members. We asked them the question, when did you know that you were different? We created a program and we presented that to the audience. We also took that program on the road. We made a commitment to the Knight Foundation to take the program to 10 different schools in the city of Philadelphia. We weren't really sure if the schools would welcome us or receive us, and much to our surprise, they did. I'd like to thank the Academy of Palumbo and Dr. Adrian Chu for being the first school in the city to say yes, and it just grew from there. We went to the Arts Academy of Benjamin Rush, we went to Northeast High School, Central, Kensington Kappa, Parkway Center City, and then year after year, they just wanted us to continue to come back. The outreach program has grown significantly since that time. We've partnered with organizations, for example, the Attic Youth Center. I also wanted to give a big shout out to Geno, Vento, and Geno Stakes. Not only has he contributed his resources, he's also contributed his time in visiting different schools, presenting in the assembly programs, and visiting classrooms. At the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus, we believe that through music we have the opportunity to connect with young people. It opens the doors for us to have conversations around the topics of LGBTQ issues. I'm looking forward to this new partnership that we are developing with the LaGuardia Academy. It's 100% virtual. Please look forward to more information coming to you this summer. Now, I'd like to turn your direction to Tyler as he presents Born This Way.
superstars. She rolled my hair and put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, 'cause he made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you'll say I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. The right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be. Give yourself prudence and love your friends. Subway kid, rejoice your truth. In the religion of the insecure, I must be myself, respect my youth. Yeah, a different lover is not a sin. Believe capital H I am. Hey, I love my life, I love this record, and me amore voler. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you'll say I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. The right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen, you're black, white, beige, shoulder descent, you're Lebanese, you're Orient. Whether life's disabilities left you outcast for leader tease, rejoice and love yourself today, 'cause baby, you were born this way. No matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born to survive. No matter black, white or beige, chola or Orient maid, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born to be brave. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you'll say the right track, baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. The right track, baby, I was born this way.
Thank you, Tyler. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Butchess, the Artistic Director and Conductor of the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus. We were so looking forward to performing our Act Queer Z concert in March and our Cirque du Soleil concert in May. We know that we will perform for you again in the future, but we'll have to wait and see when and how it will be safe to do so, both for our performers and for you, our audience. Over the past few months, I've been reminiscing about all the concerts PGMC has performed over the past 16 years with me in the role of Artistic Director. There were so many memorable performances, from our first performance in the Kimmel Center and our residency at the Suzanne Roberts Theater, to our performance with celebrities such as Hugh Jackman, Patti LuPone, and Rufus Wainwright, to name a few. One concert that stands out in particular for me was the concert titled When I Knew from March of 2014. This concert featured stories of chorus members, audience members, and youth from the area. It was about when they first knew something was different about them or their loved ones, and how that difference changed their lives and the lives of those around them. When I Knew featured eclectic musical selections, including Testimony by composer Stephen Schwartz, Oliver Button is a Sissy by Al Shorter, based on the children's novel written by Tommy DePaola, and of course Lady Gaga's Born This Way. The music of the concert brought together a variety of musical styles, celebrating the many differences in each and every one of us. The following clip is from the When I Knew concert. Not My Father's Son from the Broadway musical Kinky Boots features PGMC member Jerry Mumford as the soloist. I hope you enjoyed this performance.
When I was just a kid, everything I did was to be like him. Under my skin, my father always thought if I was strong and fought, not like some albatross, I begin to fit in. Look at me, powerless and holding my breath, trying hard to repress what scared him to death. It was never easy to be his type of man. To breathe freely was not in his plan. And the best part of me is what he couldn't see. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of. With the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job, still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. So I jumped in my dream and found an escape. Maybe I went to extremes of leather and lace, but the world seemed brighter 6 inches off the ground, and the air seemed lighter. I was profound, and I felt so proud just to live out loud. I'm not my father's son.
Again, I look forward to a time when we can all come together and we could share our songs with you in person. I now turn this over to one of our singing members, a member of our select ensemble Brotherly Love, and an active volunteer with the PGMC, who has recorded a song to celebrate Pride. Here's Tommy Dempsey singing The Man in the Moon from the musical Mame.
I'd like to sing a song that was written by the great Jerry Herman, who left us this last December. He wrote this specifically for B. Arthur, who co-starred in the 1966 Broadway musical Mame. So here it is, The Man in the Moon. I have a little secret I'd like to impart, though I hope doesn't give you too much of a start. Though it's shocking, it's completely true. I know it isn't gossip or rumor, of course, for I have it from a reliable source, and I'd like to pass it on to you. The man in the moon is a lady with lipstick and curls. The cow that jumped over, cried jumping Jehovah. I think it's just one of the girls. She winks at the stars from her bed of green cheese. That isn't a nightgown, it's a Saturn chemise. Oh, her friends are the stars and the planets. She sends the Big Dipper a kiss. So don't ever offend her, remember her gender. The man in the moon is a miss.
Tommy, thank you so much for sharing that timeless classic with us. Very relevant to today, even though it was, written so many years ago, but thank you so much for sharing that with us. Well, hello everyone, I'm Ante McClendon, and I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to speak with you and share some things with you today. I came to the chorus about 2 years ago, and since that time I've done what I probably always do and just jump right into a lot of different things. When it comes to the chorus, I wear a number of different hats. First I am a member of the bass section, and I enjoy my fellow bass singers as well as the other sections of the chorus, but basses are the best, of course. I also had the pleasure for the last year to serve as a member of the board of directors, and specifically I serve as the secretary of the board, overseeing governance as well as IT and communications. Then I also have another hat that is very near and dear to what I do inside the chorus as well as outside the chorus, and that's serving as a chair person for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. When I first came to PGMC and started seeing the great work that we're doing, not just to move the needle and the arts, community, but also looking to move forward, what it means, to, have a diverse and equitable and inclusive environment within the chorus. And I was a member of the committee at that time, and, since that, moved into a more of a leadership role. But as I tell everyone on the committee as well in the chorus, the DI committee is our committee. It's not my committee. It's everyone's committee. And I want everyone to feel like, as we continue on our mission to provide a more diverse and equitable and inclusive environment within PGMC, that we do that. Some of our accomplishments to date is that we have, put together a very, well-written diversity statement. And it's a statement that everyone from the board of directors to our staff, to every member in the chorus, is, as well as our supporters, is very in line with. That statement can be found on our website as well as other media outlets, and it really, lets everyone know what our position is when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. The committee continues to do, very great work. We are always looking to address, every aspect of what it means to be, diverse and equitable and inclusive. The committee, at one of our first meetings, beginning of the year, we actually, took a look at what does diversity mean? Diversity isn't just what you see on the outside, but it's also the things that are, intrinsically written into, every person's personality and their DNA. And so, diversity is more than just the color of your skin, or your sexual orientation, or how you identify from a gender perspective. It's your experiences. It's those different defining moments, in your past that have, led to the decision that you make today. And, one great example of, what, diversity and, meant to one of our members was, was captured in a very eloquent way by Sydney during our masquerade event. And so how about we take a moment just to listen to some of Sydney's words during that event.
My name is Sydney. I've been with the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus for just under a year. I auditioned for the chorus very nervously, not unlike how I feel right now, but ultimately with the hope to have a little bit of fun and hopefully make some friends in the community. I never would have guessed that I was going to find my new family. One moment. A bit of backstory about me. I came out as transgender about 4 years ago to a largely unsupportive family, and since then I've spent a lot of time just trying to get by in the world and figure out where I belong. When you've been rejected by the only people who are tasked with loving you unconditionally, it's like having the foundation of your humanity kind of crumble underneath of you. It left me feeling scared, alone, unsure about everything that I thought that I knew, unsure about how I thought that I could survive. But even more difficult than having to accept that you're not wanted where you came from can be finding the courage to try again with new people. If the people who were obligated to love me biologically could refuse, how could I find love and belonging anywhere? I was ready to try, but I was really worried that I would never find somewhere that I felt at home. About a month into my time with this organization, I was asked to dance in the Risque show, which was an adult-themed cabaret performed by BROLO, who you heard earlier. BROLO had already been rehearsing the show for some time, and at the first rehearsal that the dancers were at, they ran through all of the songs for us to hear. And they were fun, they were goofy, they were a little dirty. And they were mostly just fun and goofy until we got to one that wasn't necessarily as fun for me. It was no raunchier than the others, but this one poked fun in a way that made me uncomfortable, specifically as a gay transgender man in a largely cisgender gay community. I prefer not to get into the exact details of it, but to be clear, I don't believe that there was any malicious intent at all in the song being chosen. However, microaggressions are unintentional by definition, and that doesn't lessen their impact. I'd already been primed for rejection by some of my closest family, and I was so new to this group, only a month in, that I was a little bit terrified of saying anything about this. BROLO had been rehearsing this for weeks. The show was only 1 month away, and it already had such a short runtime. Did I really expect them to cut a whole song that everyone else seemed to enjoy, that had been so well rehearsed, just to make me more comfortable when I'd only been around for a month and they had no way of knowing if I was even going to stick with this? It took pretty much all that I could muster to go to our artistic director, Joe, with my problem, but to my relief, he was immediately apologetic he gave me a huge hug and he assured me that he was on the case. He seemed devastated with himself that it even took my mentioning it before he realized that this could have been seen as a problem. The very next day at our full chorus rehearsal, he pulled me aside and told me that the song was cut with absolutely no question about it. And after that moment, I felt, at least with this group of people, my fears and anxieties that I've been carrying for so many years that have been ingrained in me had started to melt away. The Risque show ended up being a blast, and since then I've performed in multiple of our high school outreach shows that we're here organizing for right now. I performed in Anthem, our gay anthem sing-along show, multiple of our Philly Pride celebrations. I've forged so many new friendships here, and I find myself getting closer to other members every time we meet. Even in less than a year, some of the friends that I've made here have opened new doors for me that I never could have imagined otherwise. From the opportunity to volunteer for the Pete for America campaign, to the opportunity to model for the Philadelphia Boys of Summer. All of this is to say that when I could be so coldly turned away by some of the people that I've known and loved for my entire life, to be so immediately welcomed by this organization with warm, open arms and a willingness to do better by people like me, it's been healing in a way that I can't even fully put words to.
As Sydney mentioned, DEI is more than just opening the door to everyone. It's ensuring that everyone feels at home once they came through that door, right? Being able to be your authentic self when you are in an environment of people who might not think like you do or look like you, but being able to not feel like you have to cover or hide parts of yourself. It's an environment where everyone feels respected and celebrated. We all have unique gifts to share, and PGMC, I'm glad to say, is doing the work to ensure that this is the case for everyone who joins us. Every person, regardless of their background or how they identify themselves, are welcome to join us, and we're happy that our chorus is reflective of the community that we sing in, and we are still doing the work to make sure that continues to be the case moving forward. And so, why don't we just end with taking a look back at PGMC singing the Universal Pride Anthem, "I Am What I Am."
It is more important than ever to be ourselves, to be boldly, unapologetically, vibrantly ourselves. Am I right? That means you put on a pink wig and a pink balloon dress, and that's what you do to be yourself. But please take care of yourself too. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. Take care of those people around you. There is only one you, and the world needs you. I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So, come take a look, give me the hook or the ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I don't want praise, I don't want pity. I bang my own drum, some think it's noise, I think it's pretty. And so what if I love each feather and each spangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out loud, I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am
Pride, everyone. I'm David Bielenberg, Executive Director of PGMC. Last week's Supreme Court decision affirming workplace equality is the latest milestone on the road to full LGBTQ rights in the United States. Let's take a moment to celebrate. If you have a beverage nearby, if not, applause is always appropriate. Let's raise our hands and glasses for just a moment and celebrate together this groundbreaking decision in support of all gender expressions and sexual orientations. We hope you've enjoyed this virtual Pride celebration, highlighting PGMC and its mission to entertain, support communities, and foster acceptance. We are proud of our outreach to students, our work to become a more welcoming and diverse organization, and our service to the Philadelphia community through excellent musical performance. As you know, our March and May concerts were canceled due to COVID-19, and our annual Sachet Drag Review fundraiser was also canceled. As a result, the earned income we were counting on from those events, through ticket sales and sponsorships, was never realized, more than $65,000 in anticipated income. As a result, we've cut as many expenses as possible and found some alternative forms of support to keep our basic operations going. But those haven't quite covered all of our expenses for this season. And as you know, the future is still very unsure, for the performing arts in general, and for choral singing especially. If you would have bought tickets to our spring concerts, we hope you'll consider donating the equivalent to PGMC. For example, if you usually buy 4 $50 tickets to our concerts, that would equal a $200 donation. Please consider making that gift today and help us end our fiscal year on June 30th in the black. If you enjoyed this virtual Pride celebration, if you share our commitment to reaching students with a message of hope and acceptance, if you stand with us in our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the Black Lives Matter movement, we ask you to make a gift today to support PGMC in these efforts. Your gift will make a difference and ensure that we can continue this work even in these uncertain times. Looking ahead towards our 39th season, we know things will be different. We will have to be creative. We will need to be strategic. Until we can safely be together again in person to rehearse and perform for you, we will continue to find ways for PGMC to fulfill its mission, virtually like this or otherwise, and ensure that PGMC is financially secure for a bright future. With that in mind, the Board of Directors has begun planning a major fundraising campaign for the love of PGMC to raise the funds necessary for us to continue our work next season, despite the challenges presented by COVID-19. Beyond any support you can provide today, we will also be asking you, our friends and supporters, to consider making a future commitment to support the chorus during the season ahead, just as you have supported us through the years. If you are a regular donor and supporter of PGMC, thank you so much. We hope we can count on your continued and, if possible, increased support during our 39th season. If you've never supported PGMC with a donation, or it's been a while since your last contribution, we ask you to consider supporting PGMC either today or in our 39th season. In the months ahead, we will be sharing more details about the fundraising campaign and the ways that you can demonstrate why PGMC is important to you. If you have the capacity or can consider a significant gift to this campaign, please contact me and join the many people who claim, "I am the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus." Your support and participation is vital and critical to our continued success. Thank you. For the love of Pride, for the love of music, for the love of community, for the love of PGMC. Speaking of love, here's the latest virtual recording of PGMC members singing Seasons of Love from the musical Rent.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure pints, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and striving. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 journeys to plan. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure life, a woman or a man? In truth that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died. It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember the love. Remember the love. Remember the love. Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
Costume change, set change, the magic of pre-recorded virtual events. We hope you enjoyed that shelter-in-place rendition of a beloved classic. Now, I want to extend some thank yous to PGMC's dedicated friends. First, a massive thanks to Geno Vento of Geno's Steaks for sponsoring this unique Pride celebration. Geno has been the presenting sponsor for PGMC's full season and our Pride float for many years now, and continues to be an incredible friend and patron of the organization. Thank you so much, Geno, sincerely, for all that you do. A special thank you to Brian Chaffinch for editing this Pride monstrosity together. Thanks to Michael Rios for his expert audio and video editing work on Seasons of Love, and Joe Butches for his enthusiasm and artistic direction in this difficult time. Thanks also to David Bielenberg, Anastasia Zuccaro, Tom Wolfinger, Tommy Dempsey, Tyler Lawson, Ante McClendon, Sydney Majewski, and everyone else involved in the creation of this special Pride celebration. Thank you to the members of the Philadelphia Gay Men's Chorus for lending your beautiful voices and maintaining your steadfast dedication to this organization, even in the midst of a pandemic. And finally, thank you for joining us, for supporting PGMC, and for being a part of our incredible community. Your support will help make the difference as PGMC continues to push through this uncertain time, and we are so appreciative. The fact is, COVID-19 won't stop PGMC from being the vital and much-needed organization it has been for the past 38 years. Thank you for supporting us then and now. We will continue to fulfill our mission to entertain audiences, support communities, and foster acceptance. With your help, we'll get through this challenging time stronger than ever. Thanks for joining us. Now get on your feet, dancing queens. Happy Pride.